Most people hear the word debt and immediately think something negative. And honestly, sometimes they're right. A lot of debt keeps people stuck financially. But in 2022, Lillian and I decided to take on debt on purpose to buy this rental property right here. At the time, it felt risky. We had just graduated, we weren't wealthy investors, and we definitely didn't know everything we were doing. But we believed the property could become something more than just a place to live. We hoped it would eventually become an income-producing asset and a step toward long-term financial stability. In this video, I want to show you the full story, why we bought the property, the actual financing, the renovations and improvements we made, and what the property realistically cash flows today. Because social media makes rental properties look easy, it's sometimes good to see what really happens. The reality is it involves stress, repairs, risk, and a lot of learning along the way. So let me show you exactly what this property looked when we got started. Back in 2022, I had just graduated and was hoping to propose to my now wife, Lillian.
Are you in love? I am in love. Are you in love? I'm in love too. I agree.
We needed a place to live, but I also wanted to think long term. Instead of renting, I wanted to buy a property we could live in for a while, slowly improve, and eventually turn into rental later on. I got on Zillow and the rest is history. One of the biggest advantages of living in the property first was financing. Because we planned to own or occupy it, we qualified for a much lower interest rate and only had to put around 5% down using a conventional loan. That made getting started in real estate feel possible for us. At the same time, I had been listening to BiggerPockets and learning from people like Robert Kiyosaki. For the first time, I started thinking differently about debt, and I realized there is a huge difference between taking on debt for liabilities versus taking on debt to buy an asset that could eventually produce income and grow in value over time. So after touring a lot of houses, we bought this property in February of 2022 for $99,600. We used a conventional loan with roughly 5% down, which meant our down payment was around $4,980. We locked in a 3.99 fixed interest rate, and our monthly mortgage payment came out to be around $650. Looking back now, that interest rate ended up being incredibly valuable. But the reason the property was affordable was because it needed a lot of work. When we bought it, the carpet was stained everywhere. Soffit and fascia were falling apart, gutters were hanging off the house, windows were painted shut, the dishwasher leaked, the water heater was going out, landscaping was overgrown, mold was growing in the countertops, and there was even termite damage in the laundry room. Most people probably looked at this property and saw problems. We saw an opportunity to learn. My family runs a carpentry business, so I knew I had people around me I could ask for advice when I got stuck. My dad and brothers helped whenever they could, and honestly, this YouTube channel started while I was learning all of this in real time. We didn't know everything, but we were just willing to start. Once we got married and moved in, the work continued. Over the next month, we slowly improved the property piece by piece while living there at the same time. Outside, we replaced soffit and fascia in several areas, installed all new gutters, replaced 5 windows, improved the landscaping, and repainted doors and trim. Inside, we made even bigger changes. Installed a new HVAC system, replaced the water heater, added a new sink and faucet, removed a wall to open up the kitchen and the living room, installed LVT flooring throughout much of the house, added can lights, repainted everything, remodeled the laundry room, and replaced doors and handles and baseboards. Over time, we invested close to $10,000 into improving the property.
In terms of money, we have no money.
I don't want to pretend this process was glamorous. There were nights and weekends where we were constantly working on the house, trying to slowly make it livable and improve it over time. Some projects took way longer than expected, and living inside of an active renovation can wear you down mentally. But looking back now, that season taught us a lot. We bought a house in February 2022, lived there while renovating it, and eventually moved out in March 2023 so we could convert it into a rental property. Before I show the actual cash flow numbers, I want to explain one of the most important concepts in real estate investing: equity. A lot of people only focus on monthly cash flow, but equity is where a huge amount of long-term wealth can actually come from. Equity is basically the portion of the house you actually own. When we bought this property, we only put around 5% down. So in the beginning, the bank technically owned most of it. But over time, two things started to happen. The mortgage balance slowly started going down, and the property value started going up. Every mortgage payment slowly reduces the loan's balance. And now that the property is rented, the tenant effectively is helping pay down that loan through rent payments. At the same time, the property itself increases in value because the market appreciated, and we improved the property significantly. The combination is what makes real estate powerful over long periods of time. So here are the current numbers on the property today. As mentioned earlier, purchase price was $99,600. Loan amount was $94,620. Interest rate was $399, and the mortgage payment was $650 per month. Today, the property rents for $1,400 per month. But real cash flow is more than just minus mortgage. We also budget for about $175 a month for water and sewer and about $75 a month for maintenance. After accounting for all of that, the property realistically cash flows about $380 per month, or roughly $4,500 per year. And because we only put 5% down, the return on our original cash investment has actually been very strong. The equity growth has also been significant. Today, the property is worth about $137,000. The remaining mortgage balance is about $85,700. That means we now have roughly $51,000 in equity. That's the powerful thing about real estate. The tenant is helping pay down the mortgage while the property itself has been appreciating over time. Looking back, buying this property was one of the best decisions we've made. Not because it made us rich overnight, but because it completely changed the way we think about money, investing, and long-term wealth building. When we bought this house, we didn't know everything. We just knew we wanted to take a step toward building a better future and were willing to work hard and learn along the way. Now, the property produces cash flow, builds equity every month, and has appreciated significantly in value. But honestly, the biggest return wasn't just financial. We gained skills and confidence and experience that completely changed our perspective. If you're thinking about buying your first rental property, my biggest advice would be learn from people around you, find a great real estate agent, and don't be afraid to start before you know everything. And honestly, if we were starting over today, I'd seriously consider buying a duplex or house hacking first. Living in one side while renting the other is still one of the best ways for beginners to get started in real estate. For us, this property became much more than just a house. It became a foundation for a completely different way of thinking about our future.